Greetings, Sir and Sirettes, and welcome to Robocraft with me, Lathrix. I'm just making this small little video to explain the new changes, at least the major changes, with the newest update to Robocraft, which of course is Release the Walkers, or the Walkers are coming, depending on who you kind of read. So, what has changed in the update majorly? Two big things have been added, which I'm going to be focusing on during this video. I may make more videos in the future explaining them in bigger detail, in better detail, as well as most of the other smaller changes. If you want to see some of the smaller changes, I will include a link to the page in the description below, where you can have a look at all the new patch notes. So what have we got new then? We've got this, which is the glorious, wonderful Nanotech Disruptor. And we also have, of course, the walkers, the legs, which is the whole point of the update really, which is a walker leg. So I'll also be going over how they work, how expensive they are, etc. And then we'll be going into a quick practice match just to show you them in action. So the walker legs, I'll show you them in the lovely tech tree first. The walker legs are actually tier 7, which many people were very upset about when it first came out a few minutes ago. Yeah, walker legs spike into terrain, allowing robots to scale sheet cliff faces, I'm sure that means sheer, and hang upside down. Again, hand upside down. They can also jump and crouch. Robocraft doing its legacy proud and misspelling every second word as always, which is brilliant. They are in fact, yes, tier 7, and they're quite expensive to unlock. They are 46 tier 7 tech points. And if we go all the way over here, we can see the Nanotech Disruptor. A beam of nano disruption which can both cause damage to enemies and regenerate allies. Alternate fire can also target up to 6 targets at once. That's of course if you have 6 of these weapons attached. I only have 2 for aesthetic reasons, even though it's not very aesthetic just yet. Its heal rate is actually quite low for its level, but of course 6 of them, and its DPS isn't too bad. It is also, sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. This is of course is tier 6. If you look at the DPS, well, if you actually looked at the DPS rather than just the damage, you'd realise it's around about 80% of that of the SMG, which is outlined in the lovely patch notes. How expensive are they? Let's have a quick look. Cube Depot. They are 15,000 RP, or 226 Galaxy coins for the legs each, and they are indeed 9,500 for the Disruptor, and 179 Galaxy coins, which is quite expensive. I've had a quick go with them in practice, and in all honesty, they are a lot of fun, even if they do seem a tad weak. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and buy another one, because why not? There's a proper scorpion's tail. Of course, now if anyone hits me there, I'm instantly dead, but who cares? I've got a scorpion tail. Isn't it beautiful? Trust me, it's really not. But let's just jump into a practice. The legs can be placed pretty much in the same way a wheel can. However, let me just have a quick look here. They can also be placed on the back and the front, which do work. Actually, I might try that out. This may be a big failure, and it's made it look extremely special, but it might also succeed, so we'll never know. Yeah, the lovely Nanotech Disruptor can be placed in the exact same way as an SMG. It can be on its side, on the bottom, in any way you wish, unlike the plasmas, which of course can't be placed on the side. They are very big, which is my major problem with them in all honesty. I was hoping they'd be a lot smaller, so I had this vision of tiny little spider robots of healing things, straight out of some horrible sci-fi. So we'll go ahead and go into practice, which gives me a chance to talk about that too. You no longer press P to go into practice, which I think may be the best update so far. You need to press tab first before you press P. Ta-da! The reason why I love this is the amount of times I've accidentally entered practice whilst talking to someone and not realise, and saying something, thinking I'm still in the chat box, pressing P, and bang, I'm in here rather than the match. And then I had to explain myself to everyone. Does it work? Yes, it works. A bit slower than last time, but it works, and it can jump. Yeah, the legs can jump and even crouch by pressing shift, and of course jump is space. Now, the auto-targeting, some people may think, is a bit overpowered, and it is a bit, let's say, new player friendly, and I'm really not, and that's pretty much me, to be perfectly honest. But its targeting isn't great. It doesn't target where you want it half the time, and it's mostly there just so you can target multiple targets at once, because obviously you only control one reticule, and it'd be a bit difficult to control more than one, if not impossible. So let's have a look. Why do you want to bring the legs? This is why. Yep, it can scale walls, but my favourite feature is it can just cling on like that. I'm sure a lot of railguns are going to be very, very happy with this. And a lot of people who've made really good wall climbers are going to be very, very upset. Also just realised this isn't a symmetrical robot. Yep, the beams are just that. They are indeed very short range. As you can see, you can't even hit that cliff face over there. Meaning, this is going to be more of a support robot, at least a support gun, and probably in your face. And in fact, this is probably a terrible combo of weapon and movement, as the legs are not quite as fast as wheels, but allow you to get better in positioning, whereas these lovely guns here want you to be right in the thick of things if you're going on the offensive, or right next to your allies if you're being defensive, so probably not the best combo right now, but of course, let's see if I can jump and land. The legs do actually have a self-righting mechanism, yes indeed, which I would show if I didn't just fail. They will attempt to make it so you land on your front, but as you can see, I managed to slide off, mostly because I've got a terribly shaped robot. Already showed you the beams attacking. Come here, friend. Oh yes. Let's see. Where's Q? There's Q. I can't face him. Sadly I missed. There is also new voice acting. But let's just return to the mothership. That was a quick little demo of that. I'll get back in there once I've reattached my legs correctly, and so I can move a little bit faster and in a better way. Let's get rid of you. Pop you. Where was you? I can't remember. It wasn't there. There you go. Now, one thing I will say is this. Ta-da. There's been a lot of changes, like I say, so I can't really cover them all, otherwise this would be a 30-minute video. One change which I quite like, it's quite a small change, some people will love it, some people will not even care, is that now on your map, your allies, which I won't show now because I'm not really getting into a real game, I both don't have time and don't have the patience right now. Although I will possibly be making more Robocraft videos in the future. Let's just zap him a little bit with the auto aim and see how good it is. There we go. As I say, it does look a little bit weak, but that's just because of the lack of penetration with these guns. But they do look very cool, I must say. Plus you can doodle in the floor, which is always good. Yes, anyway, the small change is that allies will now have unique symbols on the map rather than being circular.
Scout spotted.
Scout spotted. Again, new voice acting there. Depending on which weapon they have. The railguns, I believe, are a triangle. I could be wrong. And SMGs, these lovely guns here, etc., will have different symbols depending. So it makes it easier to know where your allies are, who's where, etc. Not a huge change, but very nice when you're being a bit of a crafty sniper or something and want to get a good position away from everyone else. So your attention is... so people don't know exactly where you are instantly by the 10 flyers that just came past you with SMGs. Yeah. Also, you can dance. Interesting. So that's just about it. If you would like me to do some more Robocraft videos in the coming future, some battles, some me actually trying to design things which work, as you can see, I really don't have that ability right now. That tail is terrible and is causing all sorts of issues. Aha! But you cannot avoid the laser turret forever. Oh, maybe you can. Yeah, if you would like me to play some more Robocraft, record it in more detail, please leave a comment below. I always read them, of course. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe, etc. I am Lathrix, and have a nice day, a nice week, a nice month, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.